Offense got out to a fast start. Defense got better as the game went on. What did you see out there tonight?
Yeah, you know what? To start the game, I loved our defense. And I got on our guys in the locker room before the game. Last 5 games, first quarter, our defense has been awful. And I challenged them. And the first 5 minutes or so, we were great. In the last 7 minutes, we were not so good. But to your point, Chris, I thought our second half defense was phenomenal. Held them to 40 points overall in that half. We had 8 guys in double figures. And the rebounding, I think 26-2 second chance points, which is an incredible number. And a lot of guys stepped up. And I couldn't be happier for Jarred Vanderbilt. I know he didn't play till the end and the game was well in hand, but Jarred was really nervous about playing. He hadn't played since last February. And for him to get over that fear, to go out there and have, 3-4 impactful minutes. That pass he made was an incredible pass. And I think he shows you in 3 minutes and 53 seconds, he gets you 3 rebounds. He's a rebounding machine. So I'm happy he got that first game jitters out of the way. And it was a win. We took care of business. Now we got a tough one tomorrow night.
And his teammates were cheering for him the whole way.
How many times have we seen that this year? Whether it's Thomas Welsh, whether it's Brandon Goodwin, Devon, back in the day, Tyler, and now tonight, Jarred Vanderbilt. The whole bench was up, happy for him, supporting him. And that's what I love about our team. That's what I love about our culture.
Yeah. Paul Millsap, 20 points, 9 rebounds. You said there were a number of guys that really stood up today. But if there are a couple of guys that stood out more than others, what was that looking like for you?
Well, Malik off the bench gets 19. Monte, everybody thinks Monte's a playmaker. He's turning into a scoring machine. He had 17 points, I think 1 assist tonight. But to start, I thought Paul was really efficient. We went to him with a matchup. We felt we had somewhat of an advantage, and he did a good job of scoring in the post. Mason, in place of Nikola Jokic, went out there and played with great energy and helped get us off to a great start. Jamal's first quarter, I think he scored all 13 of his points in that first quarter, got us off to a good start. So it really was a true team effort. So once again, a quality home win, but now we have to get ready for Philadelphia tomorrow night.
Did Mason's performance kind of illustrate why you guys targeted him 2 years ago, in that, with Nikola out, you don't have to change much of how you operate?
Yeah, it's 16-7, I think 6 assists. People forget Mason Plumlee was a starter on a playoff team. So as much as we love Nikola not being here tonight, Mason's more than capable of taking those minutes and playing like Nikola. Mason impacted the game in every aspect, and that's what we expect from Nikola every single night. So Mason's a hell of a player for us, starting or coming off the bench.
You weren't expecting Nikola to get suspended today. Do you think the team sort of responded and that resonated with the team and they sort of wanted to play well in his absence?
Yeah, I think, it's like an injury. Nikola got suspended. I think we all were thinking of him tonight, wanted to go out there and play well. But if you're injured, if you're not here for whatever reason, we have a job to do. And I think our guys understood that coming off the loss in Utah. And talking about our defense, it's good to see our defense play for 48 minutes tonight, much better in the second half. So, that's what good teams do. When somebody's not here, somebody else steps up. And tonight was just another great example of the quality depth that we have.
Going forward, do you want Jarred to get his minutes up here? Would you guys want to get his legs under him in the G League, or is that still kind of a process that's being, gone through at this point?
Yeah, it's funny. I think right now the plan is to send him to the G League, let him play. Not just 3 minutes. Let him play meaningful minutes. But I'll be lying if I said I wouldn't like to keep him to guard Ben Simmons tomorrow night for 3 minutes here and there. But no, he'll go down to the G League and get his comfort level. He's exhausted from playing 4 minutes, just getting the game minutes. And it's going to be great for him. It really will be.
It seemed like Jamal was limping a little bit there at the end. Is he doing all right? Have you talked to him about where he's at physically?
Yeah, he's a tough kid. He rolled it again, and like he said to me, just when it was starting to feel better, he rolled it, and so he's already got it in the boot, trying to get some treatment on it. He would have been able to play tonight if we needed to do that. But with the lead that we had, I didn't see any reason to put him back in the game, and that was a good thing about tonight as well. Our starters, nobody played crazy minutes. We were able to play a lot of guys, and tomorrow being our 3rd game in 4 nights, it's always important.
When you go through shoot around with Nikola as your starter and then find out after that you got to put Mason in there, to Nick's point, you guys do a lot of the same stuff when he's in. Is that tough on you at all, just to have that quick sub, the quick change after you kind of put your plans in the morning?
Obviously, and the league was great. I mean this. Byron Spurl, who I talked to at the league, he was phenomenal on the phone, and he apologized because I wish we could have gotten this to you guys earlier, so you would have known before shoot around, but it didn't happen. And sometimes, you got to adjust on the fly. So would you have loved to have a shoot around where you knew exactly who was in, who was out? Sure, that wasn't the case, and I think it speaks to our players' resolve. Okay. All right, let's go. They were just breaking my chops in there about having 2 shoot-arounds today because we brought them back in the afternoon just to walk through the plays once we knew who was in, who was out. But whatever it takes for a win.
Do you think Nicola will have some extra fire in his belly when he comes back tomorrow night?
I don't think so. I think Nicola has a fire almost every night. I don't think he's going to use this as any added motivation. I think he'll come back and look to help his team win another game at home against a quality team from the Eastern Conference.
You got a back-to-back there, and you guys have been really good in back-to-backs this year, especially the second of back-to-backs. What's the reasoning for that from where you sit?
Yeah, I think the things that we always speak about, just being mentally tough, not giving in to fatigue as an excuse. 3rd game in 4 nights, 2nd night. Because it's easy to do that, and just being resilient. And I think understanding that you have a quality team in here. I don't care if Joel Embiid, Jimmy Butler, who's in, who's out. There's still a very good basketball team that went deep in the playoffs last year. So it's a heck of a challenge, and the only way you can get up for that game and give yourself a chance is if you're mentally and physically prepared to play. And I think throughout the season we've done a good job of doing so.